Hi, you guys. My name is Faith Barrett, and I'm a professional actress in Hollywood, California. Hollywood, da-na-na-na-na, Hollywood. Yes, I have made it. I have made it to Hollywood. I am blessed to be living my dreams. Yes, I am. So I am here today to give you my best acting tips. Why? I have a lot of acting advice. Why do I want to give you my acting tips and my acting advice? Because working in Hollywood, there are a lot of actors out there that need my help and need my advice. Why should you listen to me? Because I have been in the industry my entire life since I was a little girl. I started as a dancer, I was into music, I was a model, I was a DJ. But now and for the past 20 years, I have been focusing on the craft and the technique of acting. Why? Because I fell in love with the craft of acting, the technique of acting, dramatic acting, comedic acting, film acting. Yes, so that's what I have been focusing on as of late. I just wrapped a very beautiful independent feature film called The Faithful Brethren of Pitt Street, which is a period piece in the late 50s about a Yiddish theater in New York City. I played Miss Mona Moore. It was a lovely, beautiful part, a lovely screenplay, and written by Philip Lamb, directed by Sidney Lamb. It was such a blessing. I was attached to that project for almost 2 years and it finally happened. So what a blessing. Thank God it finally happened. It was a roller coaster ride, okay? We're shooting, we're not shooting, we're shooting, we're not shooting, a roller coaster ride. That's what your career is going to be like, a roller coaster ride. So this is my first piece of advice for actors at any stage of their career, whether you're just starting out or whether you are, at the height of your career. I have really good advice because I have 20 years of experience. I started in 2003. I came to Hollywood when I was in my 20s, which was like 5 years ago. And, I just was in Hollywood. I was dancing and I was a DJ. I was into music producing and I got the acting bug. Well, I got the acting bug when I was younger, when I was watching TV, and I was like, oh, if they could do that, then I can do that, okay? And I also had someone in my family. I had a fourth cousin, Jimmy Einer and Donnie Einer. They were very big music producers, like massive, like Michael Jackson on his last CD thanked one person, my cousin Donnie Einer. Okay, so I had some people, and Jimmy Einer also had something to do with Dirty Dancing. They did the soundtrack to Dirty Dancing, and I would watch Dirty Dancing, and Jimmy's signature would be at the end of the movie. My grandma used to place me in front of movies and make me watch movies as a kid. I remember that. It's funny, I was so young. So I've been in the industry for a long, long time, since I was a little girl. And I came to Hollywood in 2003, got the acting bug. The first thing I did was I went to Central Casting and signed up with Central Casting because you can do background work. And the only good thing about doing background work is, one, it's extra money if you need to pay your rent or your bills. And who wouldn't want to be on set for a big movie? Like, you could be on set with Steven Spielberg, like I was twice. I worked with Spielberg twice, okay? And it's good if you're new in the industry to go to set, to sit there and watch and see and learn. And you get to watch people work. You get to learn set etiquette, how to act while you're on set, okay? That's what I learned by doing background work. I learned how to conduct myself on set, and I got to watch other directors and actors and everybody work, and to see how the fruition of a film, a scene, a movie, or whatever came together. So that's what was good about that. So I was saying I started in 2003, and the entertainment industry is hard. So you have to be headstrong, and you have to have a mindset, and you have to believe that you can do it. Because I had people in my family who were successful, that also helped me believe in myself, because I had people telling me, get a job, get a job, get a job. Don't do this acting thing. It's like, it's hard to make it in this industry. And that's why my best piece of advice, if you want to be an actor, if you are an actor, is you have to love it. You have to love and do it for the love of the craft of acting, the technique of acting, okay? Not because you want to be rich and famous. That is not why I became an actress, to become rich and famous. I became an actress because I fell in love with the technique and the craft of acting, okay? So it's hard. The entertainment industry is hard. It is not easy, okay? Because you can work one day, not the next day. You can work one day, not the next day. You're gonna do a million auditions. Did I say a million? Yes, you are gonna do a million auditions. So you need the mindset up here to believe in yourself and to say, you know, if you don't love it, it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. I can tell you that much for sure. If you want it, you have to love it, because if you don't, you're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. Okay, so number one piece of my best acting advice is do it because you love it, because you love the craft and the technique of acting. I walked into an acting class in New York City. That's another thing. Classes are great. They, I heard advice when I was younger about, take an acting class, for your confidence. And you should know what you're doing as an actress. If you want to be an actor or an actress, you should know what you're doing. You should learn to know what you're doing, okay? I mean, even if you just start out in some community plays or, anything, you could go on Craigslist. You can look on Craigslist. You can look, Central Casting is great. Any type of background place to get started, to check it out. But also classes are phenomenal for your confidence, and you can learn what to do. So I enrolled in an acting class in New York City with Jason Bennett, who taught us all different types of techniques of acting. There are tons of techniques on acting, okay? There are tons of different techniques. There's the Stella Adler technique, there's the Meisner technique, there's Ivana Chubbuck, there is, it all stemmed from Stanislavski, there's Strasberg, Eric Morris. Eric Morris is my coach. He's my favorite. I think he's the best personally. So just find a class and find a coach that you like and you enjoy, and, do that. So this video is about my best advice, because I have tons of advice. So do it because you love it and the craft of acting, not because you want to get rich and famous. Okay, so because that's another subject. People who want to be rich and famous turn out to be arrogant AF, arrogant mofos, okay? So always stay humble and kind, people, like the famous words of that country music song. The singer is, but always stay humble and kind, okay? That's a country song. Like, do it, seriously. Be thankful and appreciative, and don't be an arrogant piece of poop, okay? Because I know so many actors in Hollywood that think they're God's gift and we need to bow down to them, okay? No, you ain't. You ain't God's gift, okay? So be appreciative and thankful. Do it because you love it. Take an acting class. Learn what you're doing. When you first start out as an actor, you can work for free. You can do things, do as much as you can to build up your reel, because you need a reel, you need headshots, you need good headshots, you need footage. You need footage to go on Actors Access. You need footage to go on LA Castings. You need footage. So in the beginning of your career, you can work for free to get all the footage and the experience so you can build a resume, okay? But once you get enough footage, stop working for free, people. Like, just stop. Like, Just stop working for free. That's why nobody wants to pay actors, because everybody's willing to work for free. So stop working for free. If you have enough stuff on your resume and enough footage, stop working for free. I don't work for free, okay? I do not work for free. It is very, 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 very rare that I work for free. It is a rare, like I do not, absolutely not work for free. No, I have been in this industry my whole life, 20 years, since 2003 when I first came to Hollywood, okay? So do it because you love it. Don't work for free after you build your resume. And then what else? Okay, don't party and don't do drugs. And don't be, an alcoholic, drug addict, drunks. Don't show up to set late. Don't show up to set high or drunk, or, you know what I mean? Be professional. You have to be professional. And here's another thing actors don't do. They don't listen. Actors do not listen. You have to listen, especially to the director. Actors are hired to do a job. You are hired to do your job. What is your job as an actor? Once you get a script, okay? Your job as an actor, once you get a script, is, whatever class you learned. What I learned is what's my obligation, okay? I learned from Eric Morris. I do the Eric Morris technique. I go to work on my character, okay? I focus on my character, okay? And then another thing that actors don't do, actors don't focus on their craft or their character. Another thing that actors don't do is they don't work together. When I'm on set, actors are so selfish in this town, I have to tell you. There's so many selfish, arrogant, piece of poop actors in this town who only care about themselves. They only care about themselves. They don't even care about their character. They don't even care about the script. They do what they want. They try to milk the director to get more camera time. Dude, people, it ain't your movie. It ain't your project. You didn't write it. You didn't pay for it. You're not directing it. That's not your job. Your job as an actor is to get hired to work on the character, go to work on the character, go to work on the scenes. When you show up to set, you listen to the director. You should know what you're doing when you show up to set, okay? When you get to set, you shouldn't be sitting there in a scene going, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So, what are we doing? You should know, WTF, what you are doing. Yeah, so make sure you know what you're doing, okay? And listen to the director. It's about the script. It's about the writing. It's about what's in the script. Everything you need to know is in the script about your character. What the author says about you, what the other characters say about you. Everything is in the writing. And when you get to set, you should know WTF what you're doing. Actors are selfish. They don't even want to warm up with you. They don't even want to do scene study work with you. It's about the scene. It's about the characters. It's about the script. It's about the movie. It ain't about you. So get that through your thick skull. It ain't about you. It's about the script and it's about the movie. It ain't about you, okay? So do it because you love it. Learn WTF what you're doing. Go to some classes, get some experience, and know what you're doing. It ain't about you, and don't be an arrogant piece of poop, okay? And when you go to set, listen to the director. Listen. Listening is very important. Also, listening is very important when you're in the scene, because your job as an actor is to go to work, get to set. You're doing a scene. Do scene work with each other. Do warm-ups. Like, work with other actors. Everybody's selfish in this town. It's insane. So we should be working together, okay? Like, it ain't about you, okay? I've never, ever in my 20 years of being in this industry, my whole life of being in this industry, been to a set where the actors are trying to direct the director. They're trying to work the director for more camera time. They're trying to tell the director what to do about what they want to do. If it ain't in the script and if your character wouldn't do it, then don't do it. Why don't you keep your mouth shut and listen to the director. That's what I do. I'm hired to do a job. You're hired to do a job as an actor. Do your job. Don't go there and start bossing the director around and bossing everybody around and acting like you're the star and it's all about you and you need to listen to me and we need to do this shot and you need to get this shot and we need to change the script and oh, my character wouldn't do that. No, why don't you shut your mouth and do your job and get in your scene and get in your character? Because when you're a scene, you should be so much in character and in your scene and paying attention to the other actors, fourth wall. You should be so much into your scene that you forget, you don't even know what else is going on, and you should be listening to the director. And you don't get to say action, and you don't get to say cut. And don't cut yourself, Jared Leto. Jared Leto cuts himself. I'm sorry. It's not nice to talk bad about people, but you ain't the director. Let the director be the director. That's like so arrogant and rude. You don't cut yourself. If you're a good actor and you're in the scene and you're working on your scene, who do you think you are? You ain't the director. Listen to the director. The director's hired to do a job. You're hired to do a job. Like, these actors are so thick-headed and arrogant. It's like their head is just so big and it's like it's all about them and like we need to bow down. Oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. I need to do it over. I need to do it over. Okay, Clint Eastwood is one and done. He does one and done and moves on. Nobody wants to sit there and listen to you do your monologue 500 million times because, oh, I could do it better. I could do it better. Well, you should have did it better before you got to set. One and done. One and done. Okay, like why do you need 500 times to do your monologue? And then other actors, really pisses me off when other actors are directing you and telling you, oh, we cut that part, or we don't say that line, we're not starting there. They don't let you back up and do a few lines before, but they'll back up the entire script and do the entire script before, and God forbid you say anything to them. The actors in this town are like prima donna, like, why don't you shut your mouth and listen to the director and do what the director says? It's unbelievable. They will be so quick to jump down your throat and sabotage you. They will sabotage you. They will try to one-up you, upstage you, and do what they want to do instead of what's in the script, what's best for the story, what's best for the movie. They want to do what they want to do because they're arrogant pieces of poop. And they have no regards for you. They will throw you under a bus, under the rug. They don't care about you. They care about themselves and making themselves look good. So they will sabotage you and try to make you look worse and try to direct you while you're on set. Excuse me, you ain't the director. The director's the director. Why don't you shut your mouth and listen to the director and do your job, or learn how to do your job. Go learn how to do your job and come back. Go get off book and come back. Like, people show up to set, they don't know their lines. Line, 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 line. That's another thing. Improv. You don't know your line? Make it up. Keep going. Unless the director says to cut and tells you to say something. Why don't you listen to the director? The director is the boss. You ain't the boss. I can't stand it. I can't stand it when I'm on set and I'm in the scene and the actors are trying to direct me. You ain't the effing director. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and listen. I have such a headache from people talking and yapping on the set because they don't listen. It's so annoying and frustrating. It's like on this movie, the young kid, Russell, he was great. He was very professional. Russell, the guy who played Russell, Casey, on this movie that I just worked on, he was very professional. He was good. And he came on at the last minute. He only had a couple weeks, maybe a month to work on his character. And, you know, there were a few times, a lot of people, everybody showed up to set, like, didn't know their lines, need to do their monologue 500 million times over, asking for lines, trying to work the director to get more camera time. Oh, you want this shot, you want this shot. Dude, why don't you shut up and listen? Do your character and shut up and listen and do what the director tells you. And I can't stand when other actors jump down your throat and try to like direct you or cut you or like, shut up, shut your mouth. I just can't. Like, there's acting ethic, okay? There's actor etiquette and ethic, okay? Professional way to act while you're on set as well. It's so annoying and frustrating when you have other actors who think that it's all about them. And then they try to like pull the director aside. So, my character or my character or my character. Well, what am I doing? What am I doing? You should know what you're doing. It ain't about you and your character. It's about the whole movie. It's about the story, and it's about the script. Don't be an a-hole. Don't be an a-hole. You ain't the director. You're an actor. You're hired to be an actor. Shut your mouth and listen to the director. Do your job as a character. I'm going to start telling these people off. I'm way too nice. I am way too nice. If I'm in character and I'm in scene and I'm working on a movie and you're telling me where to start and you're telling me and you're cutting me, you ain't the director. I can't stand it. I take my craft very seriously. I love what I do. I love the craft of acting. I have sacrificed my entire life for the craft and the technique of acting. I was blessed to have studied with Eric Morris for, I came here in 2000. I went to New York. I studied in New York City. I did a couple plays. I've worked on shows, the Discovery Channel umbrella, things like that. I've been on a lot of sets. I've done a lot, okay, for like 20 years. I've been on a ton of movie sets. I've been on set with Spielberg twice, okay? Twice. So, you know what? You need to do it because you love it. Learn WTF you're doing. Listen to the director, okay? And don't be an a-hole. Don't be an arrogant piece of poop. Don't party. Don't do drugs. And don't act like you're, don't stink because it ain't all about you. Okay, this has been a long video, so I'm going to cut it off, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Mwah.